to our joint session of Congress. I hope you had a nice recess where we enjoyed our lunch. Remember, we have for this afternoon 2 more bills that we will be voting on. And we'd like to hear today, or right now, from H32, the Committee on Welfare. H32, please welcome. H325. And we'll start off with our committee chair, Representative Savina.
The state will provide a good paying job and shelter for people that are poor.
Our presentation is about poor people. We all thought that it would be good to run this business, and we should try to make it a law because poor people don't have everything that rich people or people that have more money do. So we wanted to do this one to show that even if you're poor, it doesn't mean you're not a real person. You're a person no matter what you are, how you are. We're all equal, and no one's better than anybody.
This should become a law because poor people should have the right to show who they are. Just because they're poor doesn't mean they are like animals. They're still people like us. The cost for the bill, this will cost millions of dollars. Rich people will have to pay more taxes. What happens if the bill does not become a law? The people won't have good jobs and they will not be able to feed their kids.
Before I started whining earlier, I wrote something that I had to erase it. It said jobs should pay $500 to $1,000, and the poor people get up to $250 and good, and they can get more jobs. And doctors have to pay, since they get $1 million. I think it's a week, but I don't know. But they have to give up $500,000. They have to give up half of their money so the poor people don't run out of money.
So let me get this straight. You think that a doctor should have to give half of their income. That's who you think you should be taxed, is the doctor? Mostly doctors. Okay, or is it including other wealthy people or just doctors?
Including other people.
Oh, all wealthy people should be taxed, maybe giving up to half of their income. Questions from the floor?
Zach?
If you'd please stand again.
What happens if the rich person, when they give enough money, what happens if they run out of money?
Well, that's what it's all about. It's like a donation where people keep on bringing in donations to people that need it.
Robert?
What if,
if a poor person would come in, why are you trying to do that? Because poor people need more support, shelter, food, and water. So they have, like rich people, they have to give half of their money to the poor people so they can get all those things.
One more question.
Alex? What if they didn't get, the wealthy people didn't get paid and they're just... Well, they're going to have to pay a fine, like about, $500 probably, but if they're
Interesting discussion. At this point, committee members, please return to your seats. Ready your whiteboards. Time to vote. All right, so let's tally our votes first from the House, and then we'll be tallying our votes from the Senate. House people, if you would please, our representatives, if you please hold your boards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, no. 13, Bianca, no. 13. And actually, Jayla, that's a great lesson. Do people actually call you names if you don't vote for them?
No.
Yes, they actually do call each other names, and they actually do get really angry. And I noticed some people at the first voting session voted no for some people's bills because they voted no for you. Do you think that happens?
Yes.
Yes. So they get mad at each other, and sometimes they say, if you vote yes for me, I'll vote yes for you.
Yeah.
That actually just like kind of feels like elementary school. Okay, let's hear from the senators.
Yes.
Now remember, the senators have, how many votes does each senator get?
5.
Why?
Just there's.
They're more powerful than the representatives. Let's see, what'd you say? So I got 10 right there and another 5, so let's see. So that's going to make this 23, 5. Everyone else who voted no? Okay.
3.
So that's only 3, so that's going to be 8. H325 does, it's not enough. H325 does pass,
We have the lead.
which means now that H32 doesn't matter if you have the lead. No, it just matters if, which bills have become a law. This one, but I, as the governor, have a special power, which we'll talk about in just a minute. Shh, I got it. It's the power of veto. So I can look at any of these laws, even if the only ones that have passed so far is we have, this one is passed, right? And that's it. So only, oh yeah, this passed. This one's passed. So I'm going to decide of these bills which one I want to be the law because I have veto power as the governor. So unfortunately, boys and girls, I am going to, I'm going to veto your bill, Savina, and I'm going to tell you why. Although I appreciate the tremendous amount of care and compassion you have for the poor, I do not think the wealthy citizens of this good state, or even the doctors of this good state, should have to give up half of their income. That does not seem like it would be fair to me because I think they work really hard too. So there has to be a better way. It's not that your bill is a bad idea, but it's just the funding part of it. I think there has to be a better way. Flora, I'm going to have you go and test with Ms. LeBaire.
Okay.
So if this senator is not going to be present for her vote, this often happens. Go ahead. You're going to move. So she will not be voting on the last bill, and sometimes that happens too. Sometimes senators just don't show up, or representatives, down to Ms. LeBaire's office with a laptop. Last. Shh. Are there 6 laptops over there? Can you check and see? If there's only 6, you have to go down and ask if you can take a laptop from Mrs. Buscemi. Okay, last one. Okay, go ask Mrs. Buscemi if you can borrow a laptop. Shh. Last group, I would like to see our committee on business, H118, Michaela. Okay, that's fine. H118. Right here? Be quiet, we're taping. 3. No. You're a spectator. They may call you. Go. Okay, go ahead, Jaden.
Setting stuff from the mall stealing stuff from the mall can get you in jail for 2 nights. That's why if the stores are closed and someone breaks in, we have cats, and so what's this work? I didn't write this. Michaela wrote
Well, you have to know how to read it. So if you don't read it and your senator's not, or your representative is not here, then so far all I've gotten is that if you steal stuff from the mall, you're going to serve a penalty of a few nights in jail. Go ahead and tell us more about it. We're going to ask 2 questions and we're going to vote. Go.
We have
Flip over your paper to the other side. Tell the rest. Go on.
it's important to be safe with the mall. It will cost $600,000.
Will cost $600,000 to enforce the bill, okay?
The stores will pay a tax. The bad people need to learn.
Okay. The stores have to pay taxes in order to pay for this new bill. Bad people need to learn. Any questions about this bill that's going to require jail time for stealing stuff from the mall?
Alex.
Shouldn't there be probably a longer time
Maybe like 3 or 4. Exactly.
What happens if you, does it matter how many days you go into jail by how much stuff or how much the value is? Like what happens if you steal like a TV? You still only have to go to jail for 2 days.
I would say that'd be at least 5 days. Santa. Why do they have to go to jail? They can just pay fine, maybe. Well, if they don't pay the fine, then they go to jail. Mason.
Why would you want to make this a law when it already is a law? That you can't steal stuff.
We just wanted to make it a better fine, and if you don't pay it, more nights in jail.
So you're revising a current law? All right. If you'd have your seats, representatives, time to vote. Okay. If you're voting yes or no, please put them up. It's the last call for votes. 3, 2, 1, and stop. We're voting yes? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Mason gave us another 5, so it's 10. Okay, so we have 10 votes for yes. And this is, I'm sorry, what was that? Which bill was that?
118,
118. Let's start with this. Yes, 10. Okay, and for no's, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 12 and 5 is 17. I'm sorry. H115 does not become a vote. Time for me to finish as the governor using my veto power. H448 was about schools.
Education.
And remember they talked about how they wanted to provide free summer schools for kids that come from other countries. I am going to vote on that one. I'm going to sign my name as the governor. Mrs. Fonte, congratulations. H448, you are now a law. S514 is that you cannot touch another person's pet unless you ask permission. Based on what happened with Miss Logan and how her pet was touched and she had a very difficult situation. You might want to ask her about that. Yes? I'm going to sign it into law.
Yes.
S514 is a law. I'm going to veto this one, and we have now 2 new laws. Congratulations. Let's give ourselves a round of applause.
Yes. Oh, you know,
And stop.